This lagoon is their life. Manuel Martinez and Ruben Baca are fishermen by choice. It's a labor of love. They work in the Mar Menor in the south of Spain. It's the largest saltwater lagoon in Europe.
It means a lot to me. It's more than a lagoon, it's a mother. These waters feed us and provide our daily bread.
But the lagoon is slowly perishing. A few weeks ago, dead fish were found washed up on shore. They'd suffocated. The fishermen still can't believe it. Fish in the lagoon have never died on such a large scale before. The fishermen seem to know what is to blame.
Pollution has been a problem here for a long time. It comes from the towns and from farming. Everything gets flushed into Mar Menor, causing bacteria that destroy the seabed, which then leads to a lack of oxygen in the water.
The fishermen have hung up their nets in Mar Menor for now, in an effort to protect the remaining fish. Sales were falling anyway, due to concerns about contamination. At the same time, efforts have been stepped up to find out what's causing the catastrophe. Like the fishermen, environmental activists are convinced the problem stems from the lagoon's inlets. Pedro Garcia and Angel Monedero say that water contaminated by an overuse of fertilizers is entering the lagoon.
Both ground and surface water enters the lagoon from intensively farmed fields. And it's full of nitrates. It's clear that the agricultural sector is responsible for this pollution, but it's doing nothing about it.
Tests indicate that much of the pollution comes from the farmland behind the lagoon, where broccoli, lettuce and artichokes are grown. Some fields have apparently been irrigated illegally. But farmers like Manuel Martinez refute such claims. He says more farmers are switching to more modern irrigation systems which allow them to use fewer fertilizers. He says the real culprit is the weather.
People have to realize that in the last few years we've experienced torrential rainfall, which in September, for example, led to large amounts of water being washed away from the fields and into the lagoon.
Fishermen agree that climate change is making the situation worse. They say it's precisely why farmers should reduce fertilizer use. And they say it's a political issue too, because those in power have been too lax with restrictions on agriculture.
The regional government has done nothing to improve things. For years we've been telling them Mar Menor is in a dire state.
Murcia's regional government says it's up to Madrid to introduce tougher regulations. But years of instability in Spain's central government have left the region to deal with the issue on its own.
It's not just the reputation of the lagoon or of this region that is at stake here. What's at stake is the environmental reputation of all of Spain. We have to learn from this, and it's time we found a solution.
By the time such a solution is found, it could be too late for Manuel Martinez and other local fishermen. Some are already planning to sell their boats. It might be years before fish stocks return to normal, if ever.
I don't know what to do. Fishing is my life. I've been doing it for 13, 14 years. My family has fished these waters for 4 or 5 generations. I can't do anything else.
Although there's little demand for fish from the waters of Mar Menor right now, some fishermen still try their luck. Like the lagoon, they too are struggling for survival.